So, today we're diving into a book that's become a bit of a phenomenon. It's one of those books that kind of snuck up on everyone, climbing the bestseller lists and capturing the hearts of thousands of readers. It really seems to be exactly what people are craving right now. So, let's find out why.
I mean, before you even crack the cover, the numbers themselves tell this incredible story. This isn't just some quiet little success. No. The data is clear. This thing is a certified hit. All right, so the book is Theo of Golden by Alan Levy. And yeah, you see it right there on the cover, a New York Times bestseller. That's a huge deal. But honestly, that's just the tip of the iceberg. But forget the official lists for a second. Let's talk about what readers think. The satisfaction? It's just off the charts. It's holding an absolutely stellar 4.7 out of 5-star average rating. And look, that is so high, especially when you see just how many people have reviewed it. And that volume, it's huge. We're talking almost 25,000 people who have left a rating. So you know right away this isn't some niche book that only a small group of people love. Nope, this story has reached a massive audience, and that audience, they overwhelmingly love it. And get this, it's not slowing down. Right now, as of this week, it's sitting pretty at number 3 on the Amazon charts. So this book isn't just popular, it is happening right now. Okay, so with all this success, all these numbers, it leads to the big question, right? What is it about this story that's connecting with so many people? What is actually going on inside these pages?
Well, the story kicks off with a setup that's just classic, super compelling. A mysterious stranger shows up and totally shakes up the quiet vibe of a small town. The opening line is so simple, but man, it's powerful. We're not talking about some huge anonymous city. We're in Golden, a small town, the kind of place where everybody knows everybody else's business. And a new face, that's an event. And this stranger, we learn his name is Theo, but that's pretty much all anyone knows. He doesn't have a past he's willing to share, no reason for being there. He just kind of shows up, and the whole town is wrapped in this mystery. And this is what makes it even more intriguing. See, Theo isn't just standing in the corner. He's talking to people, but it's a total one-way street. He's like a sponge, soaking up information but giving nothing back, which just makes him completely fascinating to the folks in Golden Darn, and to us, the readers.
So what is this guy doing? This mysterious man, what's his deal? Well, his mission, if you can call it that, is just as unique and curious as he is. And it all centers around the local coffeehouse and a bunch of art on the walls.
I want you to picture this. You walk into your favorite local coffee shop, right? And hanging on the walls are 92 pencil portraits. And these aren't just random faces. They're your neighbors, your friends, people from your community, all drawn by a local artist. This collection, this wall of faces, becomes the key to Theo's whole mysterious mission. Okay, so here's what Theo does. His process is so simple, it's beautiful, but it's also incredibly profound. First, he buys one of the portraits, just one. Then he tracks down the person in the drawing, and then he just gives it back to them, returns it to who it belongs to. But that last step, that's where the magic really happens. A simple handover turns into a real connection. A story gets told, and in a small way, a life gets changed. So you start to realize that this whole thing with the portraits, it's not just a quirky plot. Not at all. It's really the engine that drives the book's much deeper themes. This is where we get to the real heart of the novel. Because what you figure out is that Theo's mission, it's not really about the art. The portraits are just the key, They're the excuse to unlock these moments of human connection, of generosity, and to help people in the community see each other in a new way. And I think this is why the book hits home for so many people. It taps into these big, universal ideas, the power of giving something without wanting anything back, the importance of just being curious and full of wonder, that whole push and pull of giving and receiving, and maybe most of all, that deep, deep human need to feel like someone truly sees you. The book paints this beautiful picture of these invisible threads of kindness that tie us all together. So when you put it all together, right, you've got the mystery, this really unique plot, these deep themes. What you end up with is a story that has a powerful and honestly a very timely message. Look, in a world that can feel so complicated, so divided sometimes, Theo of Golden is this beautiful, powerful reminder.
It shows us how one simple, kind act can create these ripples that change not just one person, but a whole community. It's proof that kindness is never a small thing.
And that really leaves us with this one big question that's at the very core of the novel. And it's a question that sticks with you long after you finish the book. What does it actually mean to be truly seen? It's a pretty heavy question, and one worth thinking about. Theo of Golden is just this quiet powerhouse of a book. It's clearly found its audience by reminding us about the simple, profound connections that make us human. Maybe, in our crazy, busy world, we're all just looking for a little bit of golden. The link to this book is in the video description.